Good afternoon, everyone. This is Saturday, 22nd of March 2025. Following the recent kidnapping, killing, and all sort of, activities by the Fulani headers that I call Fulani terrorists. So, because of that, the Afenifere social cultural group is telling Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Yorubaland. Now, this might sound like it's not up to that. But if you have been around where all these things is happening, you will say that it is overdue. That state of emergency in all this area where all this attack is happening is overdue. Because it means that any place these people establish cells, the government no longer function there. These people are in charge. They have their own government. They collect taxes. They collect ransom. They fund their government. So it is a kind of banditry government we have in Nigeria, and it is spreading, it is growing. And the worst thing that I want us to discuss at the end of this video is that we don't have exit strategy if this country is not separated. Even you watching me, let me ask you a simple question. What is the exit strategy from this killing, incessant killing in Nigeria? The army told us, Dagbaja, he published it, he said, and I quote, the military, the paramilitary in Nigeria don't have capacity to secure Nigeria. He said that expressly. Now let us forget about what the army man said. You're watching me. The question I'm asking you is this. What is the exit strategy to the incessant killing, kidnapping that is going on in Nigeria? You don't have solution. Are you going to say that military should go and find them? Military are gone. Oh, they are beheading your army. They are kidnapping your police. They are going to army barrack, fold the whole army at the back, behead them. So who is going to save you? I really want a simple answer from you on the comment section before we continue this news. I just want to ask you, what do you think that it is the exit strategy from this incessant killing? Because it is going to get to your turn if this killing is not stopped. You might say, oh, God forbid, but people who are dying, it is the same God that created them. Or your God, is your God partial? No, your God cannot be a partial God. So you have to answer this question. If you think the separation of Nigeria is not the only option, now give me the option. Tell me the exit strategy from all this killing. Now, let us understand the nature of or what led to Afenifere telling Tinubu to declare the state of emergency in Yorubaland. And the article from Sowore reporter reads that breaking Afenifere Council asked Tinubu to declare state of emergency in the southwest over kidnappings, killing. Now, it reads the details of the article. The Afenifere National Youth Council has expressed concern over the escalating killing and kidnapping crisis in the southwestern part of the country. It has therefore called on President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency on kidnapping urgently to stem the tide of insecurity. Out of the article. If Tinubu is not a terrible president, did Tinubu really want someone to come out to tell him to declare a state of emergency or fight insecurity? Now, that lady that Tinubu wanted to bribe to support him during the election told us that Tinubu said, and I quote, if I fight insecurity, they are going to kill me. As powerful as Tinubu is, tell me, who are the people that are going to kill him? That is why I am telling you people that the killing in Nigeria is a system. They created a system for it, and it's for a purpose. And that is why I'm asking people, what is the exit strategy? Do you think that the silence of your politicians is not a message? It's a clear message, okay? Now, let us go to the next paragraph of the article. It continued that, according to the president of the group, Prince Enionda Ojajuni, in a letter to President Tinubu, the call followed a disturbing surge in adoption and the brutal killing of the victims, which had become increasingly rampant across the country. Ojajuni, who spent 12 days in the captivity after being kidnapped last month in Kanu, Ondo State, noted that the situation had reached a critical point, with criminal elements operating with impunity and spreading fear and chaos among the populace. The letter read, I write to you with deep pain and urgency regarding the worsening state of insecurity in the southwest, particularly in Ondo State. Kidnapping attacks have escalated to alarming levels, leaving citizens in constant fear for their lives and livelihood. Ondo State, once known for its rich agricultural activities, has now become a danger zone where farmers no longer feel safe accessing their farmlands. Criminal elements have turned our forests into ransom negotiation camps, while major roads, especially the Lagos-Abuja Expressway, have become death traps for innocent travelers who are kidnapped daily for ransom. Mr. President, I am a victim. I have first-hand experience of the horror these criminals inflict on their captives. I was held hostage for 12 agonizing days and nights in the wilderness without food or clean water. I suffered AK-47 gunshot wound, bled for days, and received no medical attention. The excruciating pain I endured was inhuman. It is only by the grace of God I survived. Out of the article. You remember the story of this Ojajuni, the leader of the Afenifere Youth Council. You see, his story was so terrible, but it was an interesting testimony for people to understand what people are going through. So I really thank God that he made it alive. He was out and he started narrating how or everything he went through, the ordeal. And that is why I really want people who are in the position of authority like governors, senators, the presidents, the local government chairman, I want them to get kidnapped so that they will feel the taste of what the poor man is facing. Now, the article continues, say, beyond the physical pain, the psychological trauma is unbearable. I struggle with sleepless nights, live in constant fear, and experience distressing flashbacks. The sound of any sudden noise jolts me awake, forcing me to relive my ordeal. This is the reality of many victims, and it could happen to anyone. Mark the word. It could happen to anyone. Don't say God forbid. God did not hate anyone. It is the situation we find ourselves, okay? Your Excellency, I speak to you with urgency. Ojajuni continue. 1. Declare a total state of emergency on security in the southwest, especially in Ondo State. 2. Deploy a special military operation to reclaim our forests from kidnappers and criminal elements. Ojajuni is trying to be politically correct. No military can stop these people, okay? No military can stop these people because military have been infiltrated by the terrorists, okay? Number 3, strengthen border security to prevent the influence of criminals, headers, and terrorists into our communities. 4, equip and empower local security agencies, including Amotokun, to actively combat these threats. Okay, I think that is correct. Implement long-term security reforms to ensure lasting peace and stability. 6, investigate the flow of ransom payment and determine where the money is going. 7, increase security surveillance in Lagos and Ondo State, particularly in an abandoned building with high fences and locked gates. 8, engage youth association in the fight against insecurity. The federal government should mandate all the political office holders to hold regular town hall meetings at their local government areas. 9, mandate Southwest governors to collaborate and strengthen security networks. As a matter of urgency, I urge you to call for a Southwest Youth Security Summit to address this crisis. From my experience, these kidnappers work with youth who have strong ICT knowledge to track and monitor mobile devices. Some of these individuals are locals who speak Ondo dialects and Yoruba fluently, acting as spies for these criminals elements. I have personally written to the governor of Lagos State, urging him to convene an urgent Southwest Governors Forum meeting on security and youth engagement. However, only a strong federal directives can ensure swift and collective action. Let me stop the article here. So this was the part of the letter the man wrote to Tinubu, asking him to declare, a state of emergency in Yorubaland. But Ojajuni, you are speaking English too much. You speak English too much as if you don't know the country you are. When T.Y. Danjuma told you that the armed forces are colluding with the armed bandits, when they said armed bandits, they are the terrorists, okay? Because armed bandit is a terrorist. So to commit ethnic cleansing, T.Y. Danjuma was not holding water in his mouth. You think that if they really want to wipe out all these people, that they won't be able? If vigilantes apprehend all these criminals and hand them over to police, that is the end of the case. You won't hear anything about the case. So, Ojajuni, you should be able to collect your intelligence before you write, this kind of letter to Tinubu. Because Tinubu will be laughing at you because he knows what is going on. Tinubu knows, okay? You are not writing letter to him because he don't know. Or he can't act because he knows what is against you people. He knows what is coming against you.